Hola. Hi, I was just talking to my friends about like our routine and everything, and then like she was just like, I should go to the shower now because like usually I read while she's showering. 我啱講緊我同我朋友兩個經常咧都係有啲嘢好需要有規律嘅咁樣樣，咁我哋就喺度笑緊就係、咦我而家讀書喎，咁佢就話咁我應該去沖涼，因為平時咧我就睺佢沖涼嘅時間讀書咁樣。Bueno, hola, ¿cómo está? Fue un día lento y solamente le dije a mi amiga que ahora voy a leer y me dijo que, entonces debería ducharme. Es que solamente siempre cuando leo se ducha. Entonces, bueno, 係啦，咁今日其實咧係有出街嘅。I went out today， 但係咧你見我係咁搞呢個頭梳呢個頭嘅原因咧，就係因為其實我又走去瞓咗晏覺，瞓咗個好長嘅晏覺。But like after we came back, I just went to take a nap. And then so you see that I'm like sort of touching my hair, fixing my hair right now. Bueno, fui al Centro Cultural del Pueblo acá en Albuquerque. Es que como un centro cultural, un museo de pueblos nativos acá en Nuevo Mexico. 咁我哋今日去咗呢一個印第安人嘅佢哋介紹呢一度19個印第安部落嘅文化中心啦，咁其實係一個博物館啦咁樣樣。So we went to the Indian Pueblo Cultural Center today。咁我哋就跟咗個 guided tour 啦。So we were there, we saw things a little bit ourselves, and then like we joined the guided tour there. Mira, fui al centro cultural y también insistimos en un recorrido por el museo, por la exhibición permanente。咁我哋就睇嗰個即係佢永久嗰個展覽，即係佢恆常嗰個展覽啦。咁就講關於即係呢個印第安人佢哋即係嗰啲嘅信念係啲乜嘢啦，佢哋然後即係當然都 keep 住講就係新墨西哥嘅即係呢個歷史啦，即係關乎即係西班牙人佢哋入侵嘅事情啦，跟住點樣後嚟又被邀請翻嚟，然後即係去共同生活，但係即係都係一個殖民嘅狀態，但係即係比較好啲嘅殖民嘅狀態啦咁樣樣。然後就講佢哋即係譬如即係主要都係講佢哋嘅建築啊，佢哋嘅食物啊，咁同埋咧就睇佢哋啲生活裡面用嘅嘢，然後後嚟而家就鑑生變成咗藝術嘅嘢啦咁樣樣。So we were like reading about the history, of course, of New Mexico, about the colonization, the invasion of the Spaniards, and then like also you know like the traditions of the pueblos and architectures and you know like what we call arts today, but like simply their way of living at the time, you know like and this is a theme that is very interesting in art history right now. Is like what is art in a way, you know like when the Western society, the Western world deemed certain things from the colonies that they conquered, or you know like they invaded at the time, and then took their way of living as art, you know like and coin things like in just a simple bowl as an art, and then you know totally change, not just like colonization, not just like changing their way, changing their traditions, but also robbing their identity and robbing their culture as commercial values, you know like it's a further kind of like a much more deeper way of like enslavement or colonization, or in a way it's still going on, right? Entonces es un concepto muy complicado, sin embargo intento hablar contigo en español. Es que vi los arquitecturas también como las comidas, las tradiciones del pueblo, y como lenguajes y agriculturales, eso. Sin embargo, también hay un tema de artes o artesanales de los pueblos, es que es como una manera de la vida. Entonces no es como una obra de arte, sin embargo solamente como un objeto de la vida en esta época. Bueno, pero como cuando los españoles llegó y lo vieron estos objetos, casi inmediatamente estos objetos de las vidas diarias se convirtieron a obras de artes, y esto es como una manera de colonización también, y también como se dice, es ahora es continua, y es una relación muy compleja. Es que la gente necesita ganar la vida, ¿sí? Y casi esta manera es la sola manera ahora. Y también es como siempre necesitan mostrar su cultura, su arte, para que puedan ganar la vida. Es como el sol de su mano o de cultura, ¿sí? Sí. So I try to explain it in Spanish, because it's a very complicated concept. I'm not sure my Spanish is good enough, but it's just this idea of always having to show, or the only way for you to make a living is to constantly show your identity, constantly show your culture, constantly demonstrating your way of living. It's kind of weird. It's kind of like a zoo thing. I'm still with my 2 years going around to different places, and I've been thinking a lot about this idea of cultural trip, or this idea of where do we put the line, what is it, when is it a respectful way, and when is it's just kind of like an exotic kind of not voyeurism, because you are there, you're really out there and saying, let me pay you money to be yourself, so yeah, this is something I've been thinking a lot. 咁係啦，即係關於去睇文化、了解人哋啲風俗嘅時候，其實有時都會覺得好似有啲大觀園觀奇咁樣，即係點樣先至係叫有尊重，點樣先至係真係係幫到，欣賞到，或者係真係分享交流咧？咁有時好似覺得係俾錢人哋去做人哋俾你睇咁，我唔知你明唔明我講咩？好似係我嚟睇你啦，你而家就表演俾我睇，你點樣係你呢個地方嘅人啦，咁樣咁所以都成日去呢啲參與呢啲活動都會好小心啦，都會諗好多嘢啦，係可能我個人諗多咗啦。Bueno, vamos a leer y empezamos。咁我哋開始啦。Let's get to the reading. Read to resist. Day 438. 當閱讀也是抗爭第438日。A Concise History of Hong Kong by John Mark Carroll. 香港簡史從殖民地到特別行政區，著者高馬可，譯者林立偉。Developments in communications and transportation also help people to think of themselves as being from one place, Hong Kong, rather than from Hong Kong Island, Kowloon, or the New Territories. The opening of the first cross-harbour tunnel in 1972 brought Hong Kong Island and Kowloon much closer together, as did the mass transit railway MTR begin in 1975 and completed by the late 1980s. Fast, clean and efficient. The mostly underground MTR mixed with the Kowloon Canton Railway, linking Hong Kong, Kowloon, and the new territories. Until the 1950s, the new territories had remained very much its own part of Hong Kong. Society revolved mainly around agriculture and markets, which were both commercial sites and social gatherings. There were few schools and medical facilities. By the end of the 1960s, however, the pace of life was changing rapidly. The shift in the new territories during the 1950s from agriculture to industry coincided with British post-war economic regeneration. Because until 1962, anyone born in the British Commonwealth could settle in Britain. New territories residents began a pattern of chain migration to Britain, leading to the rise of Chinese restaurants and Hong Kong Chinese communities there, and stimulating the new territories' economy through money remitted by these emigrants. After the government decided in 1972 to develop the new territories to relieve overcrowding in Hong Kong and Kowloon, the New Town projects helped change the character of new territories by bringing in residents from other parts of the colony and blurring the line between rural and urban. 此外，由於通訊進步和交通運輸發達，這裏的人已不再覺得自己來自香港島、九龍或新界，而是同屬一個地方——香港。1972年第一條過海隧道啟用後，香港島和九龍聯繫更緊密。1975年動工興建，並在1980年代末竣工的地下鐵路也發揮同樣作用，主要在地底行駛的地鐵快捷、乾淨、高效率，又與九廣鐵路連接，把港島、九龍和新界聯繫在一起。在1950年代前，新界在香港內頗似自成一國，當地社會以務農、趕墟為生活重點。墟市既是商業場所，也是社交聚會的場合。新界的學校或醫療設施很少，但到了1960年代末，這裏的生活步伐已在急速變化。新界在1950年代從農業社會過渡到工業社會，是與英國戰後經濟復興同時發生。由於在1962年以前，任何生於英聯邦的人都可以到英國定居，因此新界居民開始向英國連鎖式移民，令當地中國餐館數目驟增，並形成香港華人社區。而這些移民回家鄉的僑匯，又刺激了新界的經濟發展。政府在1972年決定發展新界，以舒緩港島和九龍人口擁逼的情況。新市鎮計劃把原來居於這個殖民地其他地方的人重帶入新界，令鄉村與市區的界線變得模糊，從而改變了新界的性格。Bueno, esta es la lectura. Hoy se trata el desarrollo de New Territories, la Tierra Nueva. Entonces es como una parte muy grande en Hong Kong que conecta con China. Bueno, se trata como es que en los 60s, la que nació en el British Commonwealth se pudieron mudarse a Inglaterra. Entonces muchísima gente de la Tierra Nueva se mudaron a Inglaterra y empezaron muchísimos restaurantes chinos, entonces se ayudaron la economía en Inglaterra, y también es que esta gente le enviaron, le mandaron, ¿cómo se dice? La moneda a Hong Kong, y para que puedan desarrollar, entonces es como los puedan beneficiar ambos, sí, la Inglaterra y Hong Kong. So it talks about like how, like the development of new territories, and then, like the economy, how like because of like the at the time the migration policy for anyone who was born in the Commonwealth can live in Britain, then so it helps with the change and the development of new territories。咁呢度講到即係當時62年之前點樣英聯邦人出世可以即係移民啦，咁所以即係好多新界佬就走咗去英國住啦，咁所以即係之前成日都講就係即係唐街其實好多都係即係上一代嘅新界佬即係去咗啦咁樣，咁佢哋匯錢翻嚟當然又即係對於香港即係新界嗰啲人即係佢哋嘅收入啊各樣都會好啊咁樣啦咁但我覺得好有趣就係佢提到即係中文呢度有講到啦，即係佢哋新界會自成一國咁啦。有變過咩？冇變過，而家都係啦。For us, it's for me, it's interesting because in the Chinese version, it said that the new territory used to be such as its own nation, and so and when I was reading it, I was like, well, but it hasn't changed now, right? I mean, look at what happened on the 21st of July in 2019, They can just attack people, they can, like terrorists, and then the police were also helping them and coercing with them and cooperating with them, and didn't arrest people, didn't, come and help the people, who need their help. So, I mean, we now say that Yuen Long is its own nation, we call it the Yuen Long state, 咁係咯，即係元朗國咯咁樣樣。Mira, en el párrafo cuenta como la Tierra Nueva fue como un país en esta época y para mí es muy interesante es que ahora casi lo mismo es que en 2019 el 21 de julio en la Tierra Nueva en Yuen Long, este sitio, la gente de Yuen Long atacó la gente quien regresaron por el pueblo en el metro y es como un ataque terrorista. Sin embargo, la policía hizo nada y es un evento muy triste y le da rabia a la gente todo el Hong Kong. Entonces para nosotros ahora todavía le dice que Yuen Long es como su nación, su país, ¿sí? Bueno, mira, en Nueva México con mi amiga acá estoy muy feliz y todos los días puedo hablar con ella sobre todo diferente cosas y también tengo una compañera para comer, para disfrutar y entonces es como una vacación muy buena。咁係啦，咁我喺呢度其實都開心嘅。咁因為同朋友一齊啦，咁又可以講廣東話啦，咁跟住又傾偈啦，互相照顧啦，咁有人陪下啦咁樣我估即係自己一個都好耐啦，咁突然間有人陪下，咁都幾好嘅咁。So it's been quite a great trip here in New Mexico, and seeing a lot of different things, and then my friend is here, so I'm feeling kind of less lonely, and just having a companion, and who can just allow me to sleep, or and then we can just watch our own TV shows and do things separately, but also at the same time take care of each other, cooking for each other and all that. So yeah, it's been quite a great week for me. Bueno, hablamos y nos vemos mañana. 咁係咯，咁我哋今日就嚟到呢度啦，咁我哋聽日再見啦。So I'll see you again tomorrow. Bye, ciao.